For so many project managers, getting that PMP certification feels like crossing the finish line. But it's not a one-and-done deal, is it? It actually requires this ongoing commitment.
Exactly, and that commitment is measured in something called professional development units, or PDUs. Think of them as the currency of your career growth.
Okay, so currency. The blueprint says you earn them through two main ways: education, which is pretty straightforward courses, reading, that sort of thing. And the other is giving back, like volunteering. You need 60 of these PDUs every 3 years to keep your PMP status active.
Right. It's the system that ensures you're not just certified, but you're also continuously improving and staying relevant. It's an active investment in your own career.
So PDUs are the engine that keeps your PMP certification running and your skills sharp. But how exactly do you go about earning them efficiently? And what are the pitfalls to avoid?
Well, that's where strategy comes in.
I see here that efficiency is a big deal. You can actually earn multiple PDUs at once by stacking activities. For example, volunteering at a project management event could count for both your time and your attendance.
That's a classic pro move. And another one is looking backwards. A lot of people don't realize that a discussion they led or a presentation they gave 6 months ago might qualify for PDUs as long as they can document it.
Which brings up the most critical point: tracking. It says you have to diligently log what you did for how long and when. It sounds a bit tedious.
It can be, but that tracking piece is absolutely critical. So many people underestimate the value of their everyday project management interactions. Consistent logging turns those moments you'd otherwise forget into valuable credits when that deadline starts to loom.
Right, so proactive tracking and creative earning are essential. But what happens if PMI decides to take a closer look at your submissions? We need to talk about the PDU auditing process.
Ah yes, the audit. The thing everyone fears but shouldn't if they're prepared.
So, PMI does conduct audits. If you get picked, you have to provide specific documents to prove your claims, and if you can't, your renewal could get rejected, or your certification could even be suspended. That sounds serious.
It is, but an audit isn't a punishment. It's just PMI's way of ensuring the integrity of the certification. If you have those meticulous records from the start, a potentially stressful audit just becomes a simple verification process.
I see. So, Daniel, when PMI audits, what's the most common mistake people make in their documentation that gets their PDU claims rejected?
It's almost always the lack of specific detail. Someone might log attended webinar, but that's not enough. PMI needs to see which webinar, who the provider was, the exact date, and how long it lasted. Also, you have to connect it to the skills you gained. Vague entries are an auditor's red flag.
Got it. So the message is crystal clear. Document everything and document it well to sail smoothly through any potential audit. Now, let's look at some of the best places and ways to earn these all-important PDUs.
This is the fun part. There are so many great resources out there.
The key seems to be integrating these activities into your regular schedule. There are platforms like Master of Project Academy for courses, and of course, PMI's own website and projectmanagement.com for webinars and events.
And don't forget the community aspect. Actively participating in your local PMI chapter or in online discussion panels is a fantastic way to learn, network, and earn PDUs at the same time. Even volunteering your project management skills for a nonprofit counts.
So, it's about making PDU earning a consistent habit, not a last-minute scramble.
Exactly. When you leverage these different resources and make them part of your professional life, you're not just checking a box. You're genuinely becoming a better project manager.
So, by strategically using available resources and integrating PDU earning into our routines, we can ensure our PMP certification remains valid and our skills stay sharp. Any final thoughts?
I'd just say it boils down to a few essentials for any PMP holder. First, understand that PDUs are earned through both education and giving back. Second, be strategic. Stack activities and track everything diligently from day one. This makes earning efficient and prepares you for any potential audit. And finally, use the great resources out there to make it a continuous, integrated part of your career. It's all about how you earn, track, and pass audits to keep your certification strong.